Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to build this really small little house inside this waterfall. Like I say, this one's a small one, but it's got everything we need and it was really fun to build. So I found this great waterfall and I thought it'd be a perfect spot to build a house. So all I did was I built into it slightly, but then I was going to go around the front and build through, just so I could get an idea of how I wanted to look from the outside, because although we're building inside a waterfall, it's not going to be massively hidden, so we are going to have lights and stuff, so I wanted to dig out the area inside. Now this house isn't going to be very big. If you've just joined the world and if you're low in resources, having a cave like this gives you instant security, so perfect. It's also fun if you're later in the game, you just found a really nice spot, especially because you can build right into this cave, so you can make it massive. But we're keeping it nice and small for today. So I wanted to plot out a few spaces so I knew what I was putting in different areas. I knew I wanted a storage area, somewhere to craft, somewhere to sleep, and I wanted a little fireplace. I also wanted somewhere to put some armour, and I wanted to make sure we had some extra storage dotted around, just so that we weren't too short to start with. This centre part here is going to be the fireplace, so I went all the way up just so I could pop a hole, and we will pop a trap on the top of that. And then where the water is, I just wanted to block it in with a really nice blue glass, because I didn't want to take away from the water, but I also wanted to keep us safe. I decided to do wall carpet on the floor, but actually later on I changed my mind and I actually changed it to grey. That's, you know, part of it. Start off with a plan, and then if you change your mind later on, it's fine. Wood-wise, I just went for oak wood. We're in an oak forest, so it made sense to use the wood that was surrounding me rather than going too out there. Just plotting out my areas, making sure I get all the walls sorted. Like I say, this is great if you've just joined a world, because you're immediately safe by being in this little cave. Just be mindful when you're doing this that you're not building outside, so go cover up any exposed blocks that are outside. And then I'm just going to use the same wood on the roof, but we are going to add some oak leaves. I love these tiny little bases, especially if you can build into them. I think it's really fun. Perfect. Now we can do the leaves. You could use any leaves, but I just decided to stick with oak as we're using oak wood. I like it above the glass. I think it just softens that a little bit. Now we're going to do the fireplace, keeping it nice and simple. I wanted to use this green cobble, popping our little fire at the bottom, and then we're just going to do some traps around it. There we go. Little traps. I thought about putting traps at the side, but I actually took them off because I think it's going to encroach into the room a bit too much, because we need to put like armour one side and bedding the other, so it's just going to be too much. And then this little area I thought we could have as like our crafting, potions, a little bit of storage. I want to be able to do some cooking as well. Just pop down a few essentials, and then I'm just going to dig into it a little bit. And then we're going to put some slabs underneath those two, and then just give us a little bit of space above. Little crafting table, keeping with the nice green cobble. And then I thought this would be a good little spot just to add a couple of little chests underneath. extra storage. Being a tiny base, we need all the storage we can get. And then we just need to add a little cauldron, just so we've got some water if we're doing potions. Right, now we're going to do the bedroom. Keeping it nice and small and simple, because we haven't got loads of room in here, but I am going to do 2 beds, a little light, and then we're going to pop down some stairs just to make it a nice little alcove. And then I think we'll pop down a pot and a little plant. Got to have some candles, so I popped down some candles. And then I decided I was going to just add some leaves just to break up each section of this house. Although it's one space and we haven't got loads of room to build in, I thought the leaves were just a nice way to break each area up, so we know that like each bit is separate. I'm going to do the same here, and then we're going to do our chests. Just went for a nice amount of chests. We do have some storage dotted around, so it's not imperative that we get loads of chests in this area, but I wanted to try and fit as many as I could. Going to add some little stairs, going for the nice white wood around the outside of those chests, and then I'm going to carry the leaf theme on around our bed. Love that. Again, just adding some more leaves. I was just checking to make sure I wasn't building outside. I didn't have to cover anything up, but I wasn't, so we're all good. Going to go for an armour stand in the corner, and then we can get our little like item frames around this stand, which is like perfect space saver, because it means all our tools are ready to hand and we don't have to go hunting through chests to try and find them. And then this area here, I thought we probably needed a painting, so I'm about to add some barrels and a painting. Barrels are fab because you can put them in the floor and it's instant storage. You can do chests as well, but I really like how the barrels look. I think they look really neat, and we went for a picture of Dennis. Enchanting wise, you know me, I love building into the floor, so I thought we'd pop our little enchanting area down here. Short space, not a problem. So I'm just going to pop all the I'm going to pop all the bookshelves, around the outside. And I thought we'd go for a green carpet because I thought it tied in with the leaves quite nicely. Go for some traps, and then I've placed a little ladder so we can get in and out nice and easily. Carpet wise, this is me changing the carpet, me trying to keep some of the white and then ultimately giving up and deciding that it just all needed to be grey. I did try. It's such a small space, I just think grey worked better, and I really love grey with like all the dark sort of greens, and especially with that cobble, I just think the grey looks really nice. Adding some carpet on certain areas just to give it a bit more texture so it's not like one flat space, and then going for a little light, and then some glowberries here, and again some glowberries by the door. Just dug into here a little bit just to make it feel a little bit more open, and we're done. Nice way to get up to your base, float up a waterfall. Yeah, I'm really happy. We're nice and hidden, but not too hidden. It's nice when it rains. Super cozy. Yeah, I'm really happy. Everything we need in here. Fab space. Like I say, you could build down if you wanted to. You could definitely make this even bigger. You can make this huge inside. You could have a massive base in here. Once you're inside a cave, you can really go for it. But I love the fact of living right in front of a waterfall. I think that looks really cool. And having a little room down here just to do an enchanting. I mean, it's tiny, but that's the point, isn't it? It's a little cute base. Yeah, I'm really happy. Remember, there's no rules around building. Just do what makes you happy. Have a great day, you deserve it, and I appreciate you. Until next time, take care.